Whoa! Welcome, welcome. I'm back with my shenanigans. How are you all doing? Let's see how my pattern and project links work. Oh, they do. Commands, rather. Perfect. So today we have a special project. I need to finish this Rubik's Cube, and I forgot to put, what do you call it? Personalization on the bottom. And we'll be doing that. I also have some unboxing to do before we do personalization, so let's do that. Yesterday, during the stream, I ordered this set of cubes from Hasbro, who I assume is the official dealer or owner of the brand, right? Used under license from Rubik's brand, all rights reserved, manufacturers for distributed by Hasbro. The Hasbro and Hasbro gaming name and logos are traditional trademarks of Hasbro. Okay, cool. Yeah. So it is Rubik Edge, Rubik's Mini, Rubik's Cube, and Rubik's Master. Okay. So I got myself a few variations of the original Rubik's Cube. So let's take them all out. After all, that's why we bought them, right? And I want to test if my older Rubik's Cube is comparable to these. By the way, I have no chance at solving these, at least not the 4X, not the Master. Rubik's Master is called. The three-way, well, this is actually the Edge, Rubik's Edge, right? That's the, interesting. Okay, it rotates this way, it rotates this way. Nice. Nice. It's fun. Fun little game too. I mean, this is the classic. By the way, it's a good idea to try fitting the classic cube into my bag, because I hope they're all the same dimensions, right? But you never know. You never know. Yeah, this one feels a little bit cheaper than what I got. But that's fine. We don't need a cheaper, we need a better cubes, right? And these have this so-called stickers. And 2x2 one as well. What I'm thinking is that if there is enough interest, I might make the 2x2, 4x4, and all those patterns too. So nice. They are like pretty cool. So obviously this one is for this size cube, right? Yep, it's like a glove. It's like a glove. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. Nice. Obviously, the rest of them will not fit. This one is the same size though, right? Yeah. So, kind of cool. And this one obviously will not fit, but it's actually comparable in size, not particularly much bigger, right? Which is not what I thought. I thought they would be like okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's basically, where's my orange in storage. Huh, interesting how this orange is not the same orange as these guys, but it's okay. So what I was thinking is making a bag for all of them to go together, right? Or making whatever 1, 2, 3, 4 different bags, right? Something of that sort. And it would be a challenge of its own, how to make all of that work. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Anyway, maybe have separate sections or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure. If you never watched the Idiocracy movie, you will not get what I'm saying when I say not sure. Just go watch Idiocracy. Interesting how on this camera all of these yellows are almost identical, right? And what about the blues? Well, the blue stands out a little bit, yeah. Right? But not like, no, even here a little bit. That's okay. And the red is almost, yeah, it's kind of like slightly different color. Anyhow. Is that the box? No. What should this be? Should this be like this? Should there be like a separate section for the triangular one? Or pyramidix, it's called, I think. Whatever. No, I think having this thing to be extended like this. Anyway, I digressed. I digressed. Let's put these aside. I will be looking at them and all of that. But today we're gonna make a little label with the initials of the person who is getting the cube. So for that, we're gonna go to the other workstation, or rather station. And I might need to do a little bit of cleanup of the station before we continue, so please bear with me. This will be the actual project. However, I will move a bunch of journals over, move this one out of the way. And this is the blue. What is this? What is this from? Who knows now? Nobody. I imagine it's from this guy. So let's do that. Okay, I will move things around a little bit. A lot of supplies boxes. foil. This one goes with the blues. This goes into the little boxes. These are all the various liquids. For all the blues that I got. Don't have one for. Okay, so what is it? Liquids? Yes. That's the different leather cement from Tenzi or something, I believe. Okay, first of all, let's unscrew this guy. Can you see any of this? Yeah, you can. Yes. My logo, which I'm actually not putting on these boxes. Better or worse, I should. And then did someone put these in? No. A we actually will need. The rest of the letters you can put into my alphabet tray. I don't know if you can see the alphabet tray. Yes, you can. M, N. And did it go the right side? This is the L. Oh, what is it? Oh, somebody put B where E is supposed to go. And this must be C. And we need A and B, just like that. So. And AB means B goes first and looks away from A, and then A goes in. Yes. And it needs to be in the center, just like that. Up. That. Just like that. Boom. And we can do this. Back to the center, use our square to go down, as in and then not. That's not what you thought. Okay, now we can turn on the power on it. Meanwhile, we can cut off old piece of foil we were using. Again, coiling 2 letters is pretty straightforward. Effectively, you put this where the name is, slide it in, put the foil over it, and press. Okay, while that is happening, what can I do here? First of all, I can sit down here, right? Have my tea. Oh, I know what we can do. We can go and try turning on the printer. Because I installed this little thing here. We glued on the little conductive pads on it. Let's see if they work. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, I think you can see me. Put that in. This should be easy. Okay, this one is in, this one is in. What's up here? Okay, I think they're in. The corners are in. Okay, let's turn the printer on. Okay, it lights up. Sorry, you wouldn't be able to see it, but can I press? Yep. Pressing works. And back, up, right, right. So it doesn't, you can't really test. And both statistics. Yeah, the right is basically unused most of the time. Okay, replicator to X. Okay, cool. I think we fixed the panel, which is good because we were struggling with it for a while and used pliers to shorten the contacts, which is not how you go about sensitive electronics. So let's see if our alignment is pretty much okay. Yeah, maybe a little bit towards little shit to the center. Right. It's hot, needless to say. That's kind of the point of the heat press. But now we'll just put the foil in and we'll do 1, 2. And this should do the trick. Yep, it did the trick. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a success. So we can turn off the station now. That was quick, right? Obviously it needs to cool down, so I'm not gonna disassemble it right now. And we can move over to this station instead, to this workbench. Okay, so this is how it comes to be. I do need to do a little bit of cleaning because 1, 2 is too long. Should be 1, 2. But it's easy. It's no problem. Yep, there we go. So now it doesn't have a little bit of foil between this A and all of that. And the next step is to actually finish it before we even start cutting into it or punching or whatever. So where is my finish? This is my finish. One rug, second rug and burnisher. Sorry, I keep forgetting that it keeps, like, basically this is no longer liquid. You see how this is just not flowing until I shake it, because that's actually full of liquid. It's just that the top layer becomes solid with all the wax on it. Now we just need to apply some of this waxed balm, just like that. Give it a second to seep into the leather. You see how dull the color is right now, right? Like very, no shine whatsoever. Now watch. My favorite transformation. I don't know if you can tell yet. Probably not. But I will show you in 1 second. And this is what I'm showing to you. You see how it now shines? That's why I'm doing all of this. Okay, now I measured yesterday, and the size of this section is exactly the size of my punch. I don't know if you can tell, right? So from this to this, it goes corner to corner, and these are extra, right? So if we cut off below these, this is how we go about it. So all I need to do is just figure out where those intersections would be, and I feel like this is where I want them, right? No, actually lower to the left a little bit. And here, right? Like that. Sorry, glasses again, need that light in between my eyes. come on. Can I be this stupid? Okay. This is not looking good. Where's my previous thingy? Effectively, I need to cut this one out. Right? And then center it. And that will be my corners. And then I can punch them with the punch, right? Yeah. So I know it doesn't look like much, but we'll make it look like much in a second. I basically cut off exactly where these cornery things are. And this will become our mark. This basically becomes that little tip in the middle, like that. I will make the round corners on that real quick. and I do have one of these little corner chisels because I bought the small one and two large ones, and I ended up not using small one much, but this is exactly where I need it. Just like that. Perfect. Perfect. Now we can put this guy away. Get ourselves the edger. And I know even even on the zoom, and maybe I should update the zoom. I was thinking actually updating the zoom. Let me update the zoom a little bit. So what I'm thinking, and for that I need the regular glasses, not the super glasses. So what I was thinking is, what is that, the 3? Yeah, I was thinking about going from 3 to here. Is that too much zoom? Might be a little too much zoom. Let's go from 2.5 to 2.5, right? So, or 2 to 8, 2 to 10, right? So let's go unlock the zoom in, move it up a little, press Alt on the keyboard, go to 2 inches, right? Like that. And here, I'll cut off up to a 10 mark. And we'll just stretch down, just like that. Right? And move it to here. Is it too blurry, folks? What do you say? Reset. Yeah, that might be a little too much. Too blurry, right? Yeah, might be too much. So let me undo a little bit of that. So we'll go to 1 inch this way and effectively 1 inch this way. Reduce that back, put that on the bottom, and drag this to the top. And now we can center it. Hello, Time Lord. How do you like our stream maintenance activities right now? So yeah, I think like this is a good right border and this is the good left border. Okay, how does this look? Well, there's a little bit of that going on. Okay, hopefully this zoom is better than what it was, right? Yeah, this way you will see zoomed in pieces a little better. But I'm just trying to adjust my zoom out, zoom in. So zoom in is more substantial. And it basically goes from approximately this point to this point. So basically from 1 inch mark to 90. I think this is the appropriate place where I would do things. Maybe a little to the left, a little to the right, right? Like that basically. My two hands fit. That's where the zoom in goes. Okay, cool. So I'm making the little label to put onto the Rubik's Cube as the owner's personalization. So now let's do the edge. This is a relatively thick leather, but very small piece, so it's a little hard to work with. Maybe I need those glasses, maybe that's what it is. Okay. How you been, Time Lord? Anything good happening? I haven't seen you in a while, although I haven't been streaming in a while either, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Have you been streaming? I remember you, I think you said you were doing D&D, right? And you came from Diomedes' crew, if I remember correctly. And I haven't seen him in a while. Again, what do I know? I haven't seen anything in a while. I hurt my knee and was limping for 3 months, almost exactly. Okay, so we got ourselves this thing, so let's do some burnishing real quick. Where is my burnisher? Burnisher is actually sitting right here. This one goes back. There we go. Yeah, a lot of table moving for a very little piece. Buckle guy must have known that everybody will be using these for burnishing on camera, right? And it will have a lot of views. Well, not everybody is doing it on camera though, but yeah, but you know what I mean. Every leather worker will use a piece of canvas for burnishing. I forgot what I got in these. I think I might have gotten some tools or something in these baggies. Buckle guy leather tools. Well, it does say that right on the packaging. It might have been these actually Cinnabrocs that I got. I think I got them from Buckle guy. Okay, now let's punch the holes through the corners because they are X's right now. I want the little rounded holes in there. Just like that. Right? Okay. Hard to see, probably. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, next. Next, we need to do this. We need to basically attach it and then punch the holes through. That might be somewhat problematic, but I think I'll just use glue for this. Sharp tools are never a good thing to use here. So let's do a little bit of rubbing. As you can imagine, doing that before I stitched the bottom was probably a better idea, but you know what it goes, what good ideas are. Good ideas always come afterwards. Hindsight is 20/20. That's the American phrase I learned. In fact, I probably would have stamped it foiled it directly onto this piece of leather in the hindsight. But my hind is firmly in the chair, so, you know, who knows what would have happened. Okay. Let's apply some glue. Actually, I don't know if shaking this guy was a good idea. Yeah, I think we can use this little tool. Just we'll use the corner of it to apply said glue. Or maybe I should grab that little special brush that I acquired specifically for this purpose. To apply glue to leather. In fact, I can probably use the wider side for it. Ah, come on. I already put the candle into my cup. Luckily it wasn't the work side, if you know what I mean. It was just a handle. I'm not gonna be drinking the glue today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. Did it get applied to all the surface? Yeah, I think this is good enough. Now let's apply it to here between the holes. We don't need it all the way to the edge, luckily. And we can let it sit and dry for a little bit. Okay, cool. We did that. Basically, we are letting the pieces dry. One would think that this camera can do better here in terms of amount of pixels. I guess not. Let's clean this guy too. And meanwhile, while it dries up, I need to figure out how do I punch it afterwards, right? So what do I put it on? I mean, I can put it on the cube itself, but that would be sacrilege. What about that box? Is this box big enough? Or small enough? Nope, not small enough. Okay. What about this guy? This guy is obviously the right size because it's the size of the... No, it's not obviously the right size. Okay. But is it almost the right size? Oh, come on, don't glue to me. Is it almost the right size? Like, can I put it like this? Maybe. Let's try massaging this into what we want. Maybe this piece, right? Maybe that's the right size piece for it. Or this. Oh, there we go. It's a little bendy right there, right? But we can cut it off. Like that. And like that. And maybe combine the two. No? Yeah, maybe we can combine the two and sit this guy on top, just like this. Yeah, I think this is the answer to our problem. We will just sit it here. I think if I press down, it works well. If I put this one on, I then can punch through. This is perfect. You know, this is the thing. Don't throw away the packaging immediately. Use it a little bit. So if this is front, I want the letters to go up the front, right? Like basically like this. Yep. And I can press it down so it doesn't flow away. Yeah. And now I can use the very same owl to punch the corners. Let's see. Did it go through? Yeah, I think it went through okay. Maybe not perfectly, but okay. Okay. And then I can use my diamond dowel to punch the rest of these through, right? Let me put the glasses on, the magnifiers, because I'm a little worried here. But I don't think I should be worried. I think it's going very well so far. I basically mimic the punches from the top to the bottom, and it's doing the job. Did this go through already? Yep. Okay. I think we're good. Let's take a look on the other side. Yeah, I think I got all the holes done. And we can start stitching. This worked out well. Basically how I planned, which means I didn't plan too badly yet. Now, should I use the same thread or thicker thread? I think the same thread will do. Let me zoom out on this exercise because it will be very different level of fun otherwise. And I can take off these big guys and keep stitching on a regular small sized size. Well, it looks like the stream is not that bad, so when I zoom out, what do I see on the streams, on the YouTubes of the world? It's okay. Okay. Maybe it was a little too aggressive. Maybe I should bring it back out. A little more. We can do it before next exercise. One side. Is today Monday? Yes, today is Monday. Okay. So, let's try it out. Okay, approximately right. Okay, this way it goes well. Okay, I do need those glasses because they have the light on them. And they need that light. Yeah, okay. It was optimistic of me not to think I'll need my super magnifiers, as I usually do need them. It will go a little easier going forward. Okay, too late. Even if they're not the same length, it's too late. Would not be the last time I made that mistake, nor will it be the first time. Again, folks, if you know how to plan everything in advance, you can do that in advance. But I usually try and never succeed. Come on. I mean, if it was a batch job and I did like 20 of these, maybe it would be a different story, but not right now. Okay. It goes well so far, if I say so myself. Okay, and we are back in the corner we started at. Okay. So, I'm gonna go... What am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna go twice here. Right? There we go. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go... I'll have the dots on the right, effectively. Might have been better to put them on the bottom, but that's okay. The right side is also good enough. That's one. And this is the other. Cool. Let's cut and fire it up. Cut. Here they are. Come on. Fire stick. As if nobody knows that they're there. Maybe I do, right? Yes, but nobody else knows that they're in there. And we're done with this piece. We just need to test it on the actual cube. And I think this tests, well, where's our red, green, yellow? There we go. And I think this tests pretty well on the bottom. Yeah, I think it's not sticking. You see, like, my worry was that will it stick out? And I knew that the way I created this pattern means that the edges actually protect the cube from impact, right? Like they stick out, right? And the fact that it sticks out makes this thing sit below the surface, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? So this is like this, and then you turn, and this is your initials. Well, not your initials, but the person my customer is gifting it to initials. Yeah, I think this is good. I think we're done. And I will be taking out the cube. So the cube is done. And now I have many cubes. Now I have many cubes to work with. What is this application starting? No, no, I don't want that. Thank you. Okay, cool. Where is my red sides? Where are my red sides? These are my red sides. I wonder if I can solve this guy easily or not. And maybe I can't. Maybe this was a mistake. I almost solved it back again. Okay. How do you solve this? So these sides are right. How do you know which sides are the right way? This is how you know. Okay, now I need to swap this for this, right or not? Orange is the right. No, I need to swap this for this. So if I go like that and like that, it's solved. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What about this guy? How hard is it to solve this guy? You don't have that many options with this guy, right? So, okay. I wonder how it works. Probably it doesn't matter. So, white here, white here, white here, white here. It means that, what does it mean? Like this gets me there, and this gets me there. Now, did it create the edge? Yes, it did. So we need to swap these two guys, and that I don't know how to do. No, actually, we need to rotate this. Yeah, this is hard. This might be harder than I thought. This one is right. The other three are wrong, right? So I assume this does something. Right? Now I have the opposite ones. I know I'm doing something. Whatever I'm doing it right or not is another story. No, this is not as obvious. Let me open the website. Solve 2x2 Rubik's Cube. There we go. I found the website. So what do we have? We have green. And where else? Here, right? We have yellow. Where do we have yellow? We have yellow here, here, here. And here. And we have blue on this side. And where else? Basically opposite of green. That's basically it, right? Yeah. And white is where? Well, first of all, blue and red, and then reds are along this side, right? And then where this green guy is, right? And then the orange is basically here, here, and here and here, right? So this is right, this is right, this is right, and this is right. Okay, so let's solve it. Start. No. No. Fuck. This was advertising. Sheesh. That was unfortunate. Okay, let's try again. Orange here. Red here, here, here. Orange here. Yellow is here, here, and here. Rotate. Blue, blue, blue. Red. Rotate. Nope. Orange, orange. Green. Blue. Rotate. That's it. Rotate up. White, white, white. Yellow here, right? Yeah. Let's start. Solve. Next. 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 Looks like this cube is harder to solve. Basically, that's it. Okay. Solved with a very hard solve. And this is 4x4, which is a whole different freaking story, right? Which I'm not gonna touch. This is more than enough. Rubik's. And it has what? 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. All pyramidics. By the way, let me share you the link if you're curious. That's what I was using. The Edge. Floppy cube. That's what some people call it. Domino cube. 2x3x3. Puzzle cube. 3x4x4. Puzzle cube 3x3x4. Puzzle tower cube 2x3. There are many. There are many of these puzzles now. Okay, I'm not gonna solve all of these puzzles. Pyraminx, is that the classic Pyraminx? The very first one, right? '81. Yeah. What about the classic cube? '74. It was invented. Interesting. 2 years before I was born. As of January 2021, Rubik's brand, which formed around the Rubik's Cube and other puzzles, is owned by the Canadian toy corporation Spin Master. More than 350 million cubes have been sold. Sheesh. Rubik's Cube has over 43 quintillion possible permutations. I cannot even count the number of things. The current world record is by Theodore Zeider. Oh, that's the guy, the very young guy on the cover of the cube that I've seen. 2.76 seconds. It's just, yeah. Mr. Theodore is clearly on a different level. Different level. The little dude rocks. He just rocks. Yeah, I'm amazed. Okay, that's it for today. If anyone thinks I should start promoting this product, please let me know. I have grandiose ideas and then they die out when nobody around me has enough interest in them. I don't know what to do about that. If you are watching me and you want to partner with me on making these cubes, please let me know. Okay. No, bless Sergey. Thank you. No, thank you. Here I am. Just sneezed. Yeah, that's it for today's project. For sure. Let's go raid somebody. Let's see who is available for the raid. What was that? Was that a leather worker that I've seen? Yukio on leather. Oh, come on, really? Oh, it's Peeper. Okay, that's not surprising. Trying to look for somebody new. You know what? We don't have a lot of people today, so maybe I'll just bail. Leather Daddy. Odin is up. Everybody's up today. That's why nobody is watching me. Okay, let's go join Odin. Okay, maybe he does not accept raids like that. Okay, then we'll just say goodbye here and I'll go hang out with Odin. That's it. Thank you all for joining. I hope to see you next time as we continue working on the ball, soccer ball. So, see you all next